Source, where we combine the headlines with in-depth conversations with the newsmakers themselves. Today on the program,
a religious love gift,
Kung kami po ay scam, nag-alsamasa na po sana yung mga nagrereklamo na sila po ay hindi nakakatanggap ng monthly blessing.
or an investment scam.
Ang akong giingon sa NBI o sa pulis, dakpa.
Kappa Group members moving heaven and earth to appeal Kappa's shutdown.
Nananawagan po ako kay Pangulong Duterte na wag naman po niya sana ipasara po yung ganito sans kasi po napakalaking tulong po sa mga mahirap.
But the government is determined to crack down on the investment scam that they believe is camouflaged as religion.
Ang kaibahan lang talaga ngayon is wala pa talagang gustong mag-lodge ng formal complaint dahil nakakatanggap pa or umaasa pa sila na makakatanggap sila.
Will its members get their money back, and are the founders of the religious group in hiding? Ahon sa kahirapan lawyer Vitangcol joins us live.
thank you for joining us. I'm Pinky Webb. The Securities and Exchange Commission files a criminal complaint against top officials of Kappa Community Ministry International Incorporated, or Kappa, for supposedly using religion in an investment scam. The commission says Kappa lured members to donating at least 10,000 pesos in exchange for a 30% monthly blessing or love gift for life. It also found that Kappa employed a Ponzi investment scheme that offers impossibly high returns and pays investors using the money contributed by other members. This, SEC says, qualifies as fraudulent transaction. The National Bureau of Investigation admits that Kappa members are reluctant to file cases against its founders, hoping to get their money back. Let's go straight to the sources of the story. Joining us on the phone, Securities and Exchange spokesperson Arman Pan. And here in the studio, we have Ahon sa kahirapan lawyer Vitangcol. We'll first go to the SEC. Sir, good morning to you. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Morning, ma'am.
Attorney, could you give us the latest on this complaint filed by the SEC on Kappa and its officials?
Okay, the SEC has filed the complaint with the DOJ, and I think they will be issuing the summons to the respondent. On the part of the SEC, this is just the first of the series of cases we are going to file. We'll go next after the promoters of the investment scam. Mm-hmm. This means that those acting as sellers or agents of the Kappa Ministry Corporation.
Ibig sabihin, attorney, yung mga, are those people luring other people to join Kappa? Are those the ones you're talking about, sir?
Yeah, correct. We are currently identifying the electronic evidence we have gathered from YouTube, from Facebook, and other online sites.
Can you tell us more about this electronic evidence, attorney?
Yung pong mga personalities na actively soliciting, explaining the investment scheme, the evidence or the identities are currently being verified by our investigators. So, ito po ay na-download na namin noon pa, and yun po, papunta na po kami doon sa identification.
And you're saying this is just a series of cases and that you are going next to these people who are luring other members to join. Pero sir, ngayon naman, meron pa hubang nangyayari na luring dahil I think the problem the NBI is facing is that as of last we heard, sir, wala pa atang nagfa-file o nagre-reklamo.
Ang violation po of the Securities Regulation Code, the complainant itself is the SEC. So the mere fact of selling unregistered securities, the mere fact that a person is not licensed to sell this product will be a form of violation as decided in other cases already.
I see. The SEC ang tumatayo nga ho talagang complainant dito. I guess, sir, because the question of other people are, meron na ho bang miyembro ng Kappa na nag-file o nagreklamo to, number one, the SEC? Was there anyone, sir, in ito pong recently?
we have undercover agents who actually place a placement and receive payouts just to verify the instruments or the scheme being employed by CAPA. So
I
we
see.
have those persons.
Ang sinasabi ho kasi, sir, just to clarify this, CAPA is a non-stock, it's a religious organization, unauthorized to make business activities unless they secure a secondary license.
Yeah,
So ito
correct.
pong sinasabing, ang siguro operative word ho kasi dito yung donation o yung
Donation.
blessing, hindi ho ba? Does this necessarily make it a business activity?
The irrelevant po kasi yung yung title ng kanilang deed instrument na which it's denominated as donation. The whole scheme, we look at the whole scheme. So even in a separate presentation, it was admitted that they indeed promised impossibly high returns of 30% for their donation. So, hindi lang po isang dokumento yung binabatayan ng SEC.
All right. Attorney Arman Pan, Securities and Exchange Commission spokesperson. Sir, maraming salamat po sa
Okay,
inyo.
thank you po.
Sir. So now in the studio, we have Attorney Al Vitangcol. He is the lawyer of the members of Ahon sa Kahirapan. Attorney,
that's correct.
good to
Thank
see you again, sir. Sir, please explain to us, ano naman ho ang Ahon sa Kahirapan, ilan ang miyembro nila, and how are they related to CAPA?
Okay, Ahon sa Kahirapan movement was formed by a majority of it were members also of Kappa Ministry International. And this is based in Quezon City. It's headed by certain Danny Mangahas. And they have more than 10,000 members in Quezon City.
Why was there a need to form this group? Kung meron naman pong CAPA, bakit nagkaroon pa ng Ahon sa Kahirapan?
Well, actually, it's another group.
Yeah.
And the main objective of the group is to uplift the status of the poor. So that is basically their mission, which jives with the mission of Kappa Ministry.
Okay, so Ahon sa Kahirapan is another group, but all members, all 10,000 members are members of CAPA. Tama ba?
Majority.
Majority. Hindi po lahat.
No,
So talagang
not all.
pwede siyang independent group because
Yes.
it's not necessarily
Yes.
all members are part of CAPA. And they believe in the members of Ahon sa Kahirapan who are part of CAPA, obviously, sir, believe in the mission or yung operations ng CAPA.
Yes, that is correct. Thank you.
Okay, why, sir? We're looking at the SEC saying this is an investment scam, that they are offering impossible high returns at 30%. Ito din ho ba ang alam ng members ng Ahon sa Kahirapan?
Definitely not, no? Kasi as a lawyer, no, we should be looking at the records, at the documents, okay? Not on hearsay evidence. Kasi yung mga sinasabi ng SEC, those are all blah, blah, blah. Okay?
That's not
But
true,
based
sir.
on the document,
Attorney Pan already said that they actually had someone who posed as a member. Meron ho daw silang testigo, hindi kakasabi lang niya po ngayon.
he did. But if you look at the document itself, no, in the certificate of membership, it would say here that the mission of CAPA is in accordance with Matthew chapter 25, verse 34 to 36, which is really giving. Okay? And in that case,
We'll show this, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, just redact the name. Okay?
Oo, may pangalan, hindi natin pwede pakita. Okay.
Yeah. And in there, it says there that in order to accomplish the mission, it has to be done with the aid of money, which is correct. Because you cannot do anything without any money.
Okay.
How can you buy food and give it to the poor if you do not have money? How can you help clothe them if you do not have money? So money is actually needed in the organization.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
Wala pong mali doon.
Yes. And
Okay.
in there, it says that the member is donating something.
Okay.
Okay?
Babasahin ko na lang po. I
Sure.
won't say the name. I, blank, of legal age, married or single Filipino resident of blank, Philippines, is a, what is this, sir? Beneficiary member of the Kappa Community Ministry.
Bona fide member.
No, okay.
Bona fide member.
A, embrace the mission and vision. B, fulfill the word of the Lord in Matthew
25, 34 to 36.
And C is, believe that the accomplishment of this ministry can't be done through the aid of money. Tama ho ba, sir?
Yes.
Done this blank
And
at,
then in the lower portion, that is the donation.
ayun, malabo lang po malabo yung nakasulat dito sa ilalim, but I see 10,000. So, nandun sa ilalim yung kanilang donation. Tapos actually, this
But there is no promise of return in the document.
It's
There
not
is
here.
no promise of return.
My only problem here, sir, is you and I cannot read the second part. No? Medyo malabo ho siya. Wala ho ba din dito yan?
Wala din dyan.
Okay, I'm gonna read this during the break so we don't waste time. No? So, sir, dito po, sinasabi niyo, wala talaga dito nakasulat na
Yes,
promise of
precisely.
return. What about a verbal promise, sir? Does that change things?
Well, it doesn't change things also, no? Because if you try to relate the loss of religion with the loss of men, okay, talagang magkakaproblema ka dyan. Kasi even the church would promise you 1,000-fold, di ba? Let's say, sabi nga,
But they don't promise you 1,000-fold every month, sir. That's different.
okay, so ito, you have to give them something.
Okay.
Kasi in exchange for the faith, okay? Parang let's say, ako, I am a Catholic, no? I am not a member of Kappa Ministry International. I am not a member of any other sub-religious group.
You're not a member of Ahon sa Kahirapan?
No, no. I'm just their counsel, okay? But every time I give to the church, okay, let's say I went to Mass on a Sunday, I give a certain amount of donation, I pray that I continue to receive blessings from the church. And that is what they call blessings.
But sir, are you telling us that there was no promise among the members of Kappa that they will get a 30% return every month?
According to the members of Ahon, no, there was no such thing. But they were promised that blessing will come.
Okay.
Okay?
And anong klaseng blessing daw ang matatanggap nila?
You know, I talked to some people, and in fact, I was talking to one of the persons cutting my hair the other week, okay? And I didn't even know that he was a member of Kappa, okay? So I was reading the newspaper, and then I told him, oh, what do you think about this? And then he told me, yes, sir, we believe in that because we joined the ministry, and then we donated something like 10,000 pesos, and we received blessings. And sabi niya, my total blessings is already 15,000 pesos, which is more than
what?
30%.
Oo. Sir, yung sinasabi po nilang 10,000, ano ho ba yun? 10,000 initial? O kailangan sila magbigay on a monthly basis?
No.
Anong sinabi sa Ahon sa
They can give
Kahirapan?
anytime.
Okay. And then, so if you give anytime, you get this. Nandito kasi ho sa baba yung binigay na
Yes,
amount.
I think that's for accounting purposes.
Yeah, so how do they know how much blessing will be given to them?
You know, it's different. There was somebody that told me that he did not receive any cash, but he got a van, which he used for livelihood. So parang UV Express. And then there was somebody who received a pickup na ginagamit niya to
Of Ahon sa
transport
Kahirapan?
materials
Really?
from their farm to the market. So the different things, no? The blessings come in different forms.
All right, we'll be taking a short break. This is The Source on CNN Philippines. Please stay tuned. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. Our guest today, Ahon sa Kahirapan lawyer Al Vitangcol. Ahon sa Kahirapan, majority of its members are members also of Kappa. Sir, yung sinasabi niyo kasi kanina, kayo nagsisimba kayo, nagbibigay kayo ng offering doon sa basket kapag umiikot, and you're hoping that blessings will come. Are you saying that, just to be clear, yung binibigay ho ba or dinodonate sa Kappa is the same as other religious organizations? Are they just all very similar? Pare-pareho lang ho ba ito?
I would say they are similar, except that in Kappa ministry, there is a concrete blessing being given. Let's say if you go to other religious organization, I will not mention the name, no? Let's say if you're there, sabihin sa'yo, magbigay kayo at babalik sa inyo yan, siksik, liglig, umaapaw na blessing, di ba? So what do you mean by that? So that means it will be returned to 10-fold, 100-fold, 1,000-fold.
Okay.
Except that in Kappa ministry, I guess, they see something concrete. No, na they can get some money, they can get some assistance, they can get some vehicle.
What is Ahon sa Kahirapan telling you? How do they get the returns? Do they get it every month? Do they get it every 3 months? Paano ho daw, sir?
It really depends on their needs. So, pag may kailangan daw sila, so that's the only time that they can go to the ministry and then they ask for help, they will be given.
So it's not a monthly money that is given to them? Hindi ho ganon?
Some are given, no? Monthly financial assistance simply because they needed to sustain, let's say, the upkeep of their children, to buy food for the family.
So sinasabi niyo, attorney, dependent siya dun sa need nung tao. Let's say tayong dalawa.
Yes.
Ako, pwede ako lumapat sa ministry at sabihin ko, ang kailangan ko talaga buwan-buwan na 5,000. Ganon.
Yes.
Ikaw ho, pwede ho kayong lumapit at sabihin ninyo na ang kailangan ko ho sana pick up dahil gagamitin
I
ko
will use
sa...
that for business.
Oo. And are they assured that they're going to... I'll be given 5,000 a month and you'll be given a pickup, sir?
Based on the declarations of the Ahon members, it happened.
Really? Ganun ho talaga. And that's why, hence they're so passionate about this.
Yes.
Kaya't ayaw nilang ipasara. Are the members even thinking, sir, that this is possibly, meron na po ba silang pagdududa that it's possibly an investment scam?
Most of the members, no, they don't think that, okay? And especially in one of our media forum yesterday, we have one Kappa member, and he explained there the businesses that were being done by the Kappa ministry itself. That they have a mining company, they have a tuna canning factory, a hospital, and all of these earn some kind of money. So for example, when they go out to fish, no? Siguro sa West Philippine Sea, ano? Yung one travel, when they come back, the amount, no, that they caught is around something like 10 million pesos worth.
In Ahon, sir, sa mga, dahil you represent them, ano ho yung pinakamalaking blessing na natanggap na alam ninyo, sir?
I haven't interviewed all of the members.
Sa mga na-interview mo?
well,
sa mga kwento po nila sa inyo?
Some got 50,000 pesos, some got 100,000 pesos.
Ano yung pinakamalaki, sir?
So far, around 100,000 pesos.
Really? And what are they telling you now? And what in terms of the filing of criminal complaints against Kappa and its officials, sir?
Actually, they are not contemplating on filing a complaint against Kappa. They are, in fact, supporting Kappa, and they are egging me to intervene in the case in support of Kappa. In the end, they want to protect their own interests. They want to protect their own religious congregation.
And they want this to continue,
And they want that to
basically,
continue.
sir. And because they want the blessings to continue. What kind of intervention can you do, sir?
I'm still studying the case so far because I was not able to get the documents since I am not a party to the case. But what I have with me right now is a copy of the SEC decision, okay, revoking the license of Kappa Ministry International, and likewise
This
another...
is April, sir. The certificate of incorporation is revoked last
Yes.
April. Okay.
And likewise an order from an RTC, Regional Trial Court in General Santos City. Okay? What I found out about the decision is SEC went through the process, but they never heard the side of Kappa. And why is that so? Because I will call it a series of legal blunders
By whom?
by the counsel of Kappa.
Okay.
Okay? Number one, when the cease and desist order was given, they were given 15 days to file the appropriate motion. And they failed to file a motion to lift the cease and desist order. That's the first blunder. So the cease and desist order became permanent. And after that, a petition or a complaint was filed by the Enforcement and Investors Protection Unit of the SEC itself, the one being mentioned by Attorney Pan.
Opo.
Okay? So it's an internal unit of SEC. They filed the complaint within SEC, and Kappa was again given an opportunity to be heard. It was given a period of 15 days to file an answer.
At hindi na naman nila ginawa.
But the lawyer filed a motion for extension of time to file answer on the 14th day,
Okay.
which is actually not allowed in administrative bodies. So, SEC decided based only on the complaint of its own unit,
Yeah.
without hearing Kappa.
Because sinasabi niyo there were two blunders on the
Yes.
side of the lawyers of
Yes.
Kappa. Yung kanilang, di sila nag-motion to lift at yung motion to extend, they filed it last minute. Kaya nagkaroon ng problema. All right,
Precisely.
again, we'll be taking another short break. We'll be right back. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. Our guest today, ahon sa kahirapan lawyer Al Vitangcol. At this point, we'd like to speak first to Justice Department spokesperson Mark Perete. Yusek, good morning, sir. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Spinky.
Sir, just an update doon sa criminal complaint against CAPA and its officials, sir.
Yes, a complaint was filed by the Securities and Exchange Commission last Monday against CAPA officials for violation of the Securities Regulation Code. No?
Opo.
So it's been assigned to an investigating prosecutor, and anytime now the investigating prosecutor would probably subpoena the respondents for preliminary investigation.
Sir, would you have a problem because can you find the officials of CAPA? Mahahanap po ba sila right now?
Wala kaming knowledge about their whereabouts, but as far as I know, our prosecutors will also be filing a precautionary hold departure order with the court not to prevent them from leaving the country. Earlier, I think last week, the secretary has also issued an immigration lookout bulletin against these officials.
Yusek, I guess the question also is already answered by the SEC, no, na ang complainant po dito ang SEC. Pero siguro marami din po nagtatanong, bakit magkakaroon? How can this case prosper? When so far, sir, if I'm not mistaken, none of the members ay nagreklamo about this.
Well, the violation is for yung violation ng Securities Regulation Code. And in that case, yung tinitingnan kasi is, did they receive investments without getting the necessary license from the regulator, in this case, SEC. And yung mga personnel nila were also not licensed brokers. No? So in that case, hindi kailangan yung complainants from the public.
Pero yes. Sir, sorry, let me just interject this. Kaya lang, ang sinasabi kasi nila, donation, sir, eh. Blessing.
Well, yeah, that is... you can call it by any other name, but the business model kasi would seem to indicate that these are investments, and the definition under the law of an investment could encompass yung transactions that were made by the officers. So however they call it would really not matter. It's really up for the prosecutor as well as the court to determine whether it is an investment under the Securities Regulation Code.
Very quickly, sir, yung pera ho ba ng mga miyembro, maibabalik ho ba yan?
That would really depend on yung liquidity ng company at the time that it may be ordered to return. No? So yung practical aspect of it would really depend on the circumstances when the case is finally decided.
Okay.
But let me just quickly go back to the business scheme kasi as far as we've heard, meron kasi parang payment na 100 before you can invest, and there's a guarantee that you'd get 30%. And there's a policy being issued. So these are matters that will be looked into by the prosecutor. And by the looks of it, the NPS naman kasi has been confronted with so many schemes of this nature over the years. And by the looks of it, it would seem like it's an investment.
Yusek, maraming salamat po sa inyo. I hope you can stay on the line kasi kailangan na po balikan si Attorney Al. Because may pinakita ho, just for your information, sir, may pinakita ho sa akin, hindi ko pala pwede ito pakita on air, na parang certificate na once maging miyembro ka ng CAPA. Dito po, sir, nakasulat po yung pangalan at yung donation, pero wala ho daw kasi nakasulat dito. Although I have to say, I have to be very transparent dun sa second part, medyo malabo ho yung photocopy nito. Wala ho kasing nakasulat na return eh. So, Attorney Al, that's what you're saying. It doesn't look like an investment scheme because there's no promise of a return.
Precisely.
Okay. But Yusek Perete, thank you, sir. Just wanted to inform you on that. Attorney Al, paano ho ngayon ang mga miyembro ng Ahon sa Kahirapan? So, gusto pa nila magpatuloy ang CAPA, hindi ho ba?
Oo, gusto nila. And in fact, for today, they are joining the nationwide prayer rally in support of the CAPA ministry.
Even if hindi ho ngayon, ang sinasabi po, in hiding ata yung si Pastor, sir?
According to some of the members, he received threats. So, he's fearing for his life. I don't know from whom the threats came from. So, meron mga nagpo-protekta sa kanya. But ito, don't take my word for it, kasi it might be hearsay. Okay?
Yeah.
So, I can neither deny or confirm that he is hiding.
It's just the reports also you've been hearing,
Yes.
which you're saying is hearsay. Sir, so mamaya may prayer rally na naman. They will push, of course, members of Ahon sa Kahirapan are pushing that back in operation ang KAPA.
Yes.
Okay, just very quickly, what's the next move on your end?
Well, we will be meeting with the conveners of Ahon sa Kahirapan, and then we will be planning our next move. We still do not know if we will be intervening with these cases, but based on the DOJ complaint, and based on the media reports, the violation was Section 8 and Section 28, which is basically non-registration with the SEC for the sale of securities.
Yeah.
But the question there is there a sale,
Sale of securities. And as you were saying, in this piece of paper, it does not show anything that there is a sale of
Precisely.
securities.
Because if
All
you have
right.
a sale of security, you should have a deed of sale or a policy cover. But that one is a deed of donation.
Kay Attorney Al Vitangcol, siya po ang lawyer ng Ahon sa Kahirapan, whom a majority of the members are part also of KAPA. Attorney, good to see you again. Maraming salamat po sa inyo.
Thank you so much, Pinky.
Thank you for joining us here on The Source. I'm Pinky Webb. You're watching CNN Philippines.